Hello, welcome back to Planet Coaster. Episode 7 we are on now. We're getting quite a way through this series. If you remember last time, we built this log flume into this mountain with this nice little big drop at the end underneath the skull face. Obviously the mountain runs alongside the one for the roller coaster in the pirate area. What I am going to do at the start of this episode, I'm just going to try and link up this path here with the main path in the pirate area, just so there's another way of people to get round so that they don't have to go all the way back to the start and back in. So what I want to do is I just want to get the terrain editor. I want it as small as possible, and yeah, I want to try and reduce the hill here, but I still want to keep the tunnel for obviously the log flume lift. So I think if I just do this and maybe get rid of a few of these cacti. Cacti, as I have learnt, is the plural to cactus. So cacti is what I'll be calling. Oh, I just deleted the ride there. Didn't want to delete the ride. So just delete one more maybe. Maybe able to get through this. So let's just get the terrain and make this little bit a bit flatter. We can always build. What I'm thinking is build a bit of a tunnel over the top of the path through, but we just need the path flat for now, just to get it through. Right. So I think that has just about done. Let's just make this path a little bit thinner. I don't want the angle snap on. It's not gonna want to play ball with me at the minute. It says it's too uneven. Right. Let's try and even this out a little bit then, just to see if we can possibly get something working. There we go. That looks like it will work better. That's a little bit flatter. Let's try that. It's all about these small details in the game. It's getting it all to work, getting everything to match up, and this path going through will be a big help to getting guests to visit the different areas. Let's just flatten this little bit out here. You can always build the mountain back on top. It's still uneven. It doesn't look uneven, does it? A little bit, but not much. It's a very picky path, I think, if there's ever such a thing. Let's. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Let's try and. That's it. Let's try and raise this a little bit, and just get this going through. Right. Hopefully. Still not having it. Try and take it up, and then we'll drop it down. Almost there. We are almost there with it. You're not going to want to do that though, are you? Right. We will persevere. This is going to happen. We are going to get this to link up. It's just a matter of when. Right, let's get this path going up. Here we go. This time maybe. There we go. That's it. Perseverance pays off. And there is a path going down there. The tunnel is still intact. That's what I'm trying to say. Right. Let's put this hill back on. Let's put this little mountain over the little pathway. So it forms a bit of a tunnel. There we are. I think that looks pretty neat. Having that little tunnel there. And there we are. So that's, excuse me, that is the second entrance into the western area, and vice versa. Obviously, you can go the other way into the pirate area. Right. The main target for this episode is to build our second roller coaster in the park. Sticking inside the western area, we are going to go for a western themed coaster. Now the coaster I looked at, obviously, you know, it's a lot of wood again. It's a lot of that sort of style, similar to the pirate one. I have looked at this Iron Fury coaster, and I think that is the one I'm going to go for. It can invert, it can go upside down, as well as being a pretty fast roller coaster. So I do quite like the look of it. I think it fits in well with the western area. Now, what I'm going to do is I want it to sort of interact with the Log Flume in a way. It will start off here, but it won't go any further to the left into the empty space there. It will swing round to the right, and we'll use this space out the back to create the track for it. But we are going to start it. We're going to start it in the air slightly. It's going to start with a drop first of all. The drop is going to be the first element to it. I want the riders to load up on the other side for reasons you'll see later on, and to load off on the opposite side where the member of staff is stood at the moment. So that is how the entrance is going to look. We don't want a chain lift straight off. We want a drop down. So we'll have a steep drop like that. Let's extend it out a little bit. Let's get the banking going and get that to turn around. And then as it straightens up, just like that, we will get it to then go up in the air on a chain lift. Not quite that steep though. I don't want it that steep. Again, we want it to look good in the distance. We want to be able to see the hill climb in the distance. So let's have a look. That's about as high as I want to go. Let's zoom in and have a look at it. I want it to drop a little bit. There we go. So this is the sort of track that you get with it. It is a steel coaster with wooden supports. Basically, it's a hybrid. So what we want to do, we want a nice big swooping first drop. Probably not quite that. Don't want to be turned on a full sideways straight off the bat. So yeah, we'll swoop all the way down here and go. We'll flatten it out, and let's have a look at some of these inversions that we could have. Don't want it quite that big, but we'll go for a sort of, I don't know what you call it, a banana roll. There we are. I'm no expert in roller coaster parts and twists and turns, so do forgive me if I am still learning the terminologies. But we'll go for a banana roll. Here we are. I've learnt that one. So we'll get it coming up off the banana roll and swing in. We'll go over to the left. Not quite as long this time. Around. And this will all sort of tie in amongst itself. It's not going to take up a massive footprint. It is going to mainly remain near itself. I'll maybe swing it over towards the Log Flume, as I say, just so there's a bit of interaction with it, but not masses. There won't be a huge amount of time spent over there on this coaster. So let's have a look. What I want is a sort of inline twist or a heartline roll. We'll have that drop down there. And what I would like is if this could be quite low near the Log Flume, so that guests can guests can sort of see the trains whizzing by as they go around on the Log Flume. So let's spin this round here like so, and let's drop this down. Can we get in the we're going to loop. What I'll do is I'll start the test so that we can see if the train is actually going to make it round this track, because obviously if it doesn't, then we're just building for no reason. So we know we have to go back to adjust things, but we will attempt to go for that loop. I do like that stand that comes with it. I do like the support there. I think that does actually blend in quite well. Have a bit of air time going through there. Let's swoop it back round. As I say, there's no design I'm basing this off. There's no coaster in real life I'm basing this off. What I am considering doing is I'm thinking of doing a separate series away from this Let's Play series and sort of attempting to build real life rides. So like each episode will be, I will build this ride, I will build that ride, or that area of a park in real life. And if you've got any suggestions for parks you'd like to see attempted to be built, I can't promise I'll do them justice, but I can certainly do my best. So yeah, if you've got any suggestions, then please let me know and I'll give it a go. But yeah, that's something I think will, if I've got something to go off, I think that will also help me get better at using the scenery in this game. Using it to my advantage. There's the train going down. So it's just got up that banana roll. It's coming around there with some good speed there. Over the Log Flume area. Into the loop. And it should make it up here. Yeah. So we could actually take this up even further here, because by the looks of that was carrying some hefty speed on it. So we'll drop this back down underneath like that, and we will continue building it, because now that we know the coaster is going to make it around the track, we know that from here we've just got to sort of start to slow things down but still make it enjoyable, so that the guests do like it and they're not too nauseous or not too frightened of the ride or anything like that. Now if we could put in another roll here, well, we can, right underneath there. That looks interesting with the steel coming off. We'll have a look, because what I think does happen if you go on the on-ride footage, sometimes some of the beams sit in the way on the ride, so you just have to change. You can change the track type so that you can either have the wooden supports hanging out like that or not. So we'll keep them out for now, because I do like the look of them, but if it does seem to cross over in any way, then we will have to take them out. Let's see. I think that's going up a bit too steep there, if I'm honest. Again there, I just want it just banking over. Let's go back down here. And now we really want to start to get it back aiming towards the station. As I say, it's a pretty long coaster. It's not a small one. It does have a long time on the ride. As you can see here, the train's coming around. It's still coming around with a fair bit of speed. Hopefully it doesn't crash like that in the actual test run. But yeah, still coming around here with a bit of speed. But if you remember, the station is in the air, so we are going to have to take it up slightly, so it will slow it down before we get back to the end. So we don't want it going down anymore. We want it going here, maybe swing back round underneath, like so. And let's just flatten this out, or straighten it out rather, and let's shorten this track. I do like how easy it is to bank the coasters on this game. It is banking does add a lot to the ride. So let's just try and spin this back round. And what we really want to do here is start applying some brakes. Really, we don't want any drive tyres. We want some brakes going on here. then a bend, and we'll put a few more brakes on. We'll have some block brakes, and then we'll have just a standard bit of track to get us back to the station. So that is our coaster. I think that looks a pretty beastly coaster we've got going on over there. As I say, I think I do like this little stand that comes with this inversion here. I think that does look pretty good. So let's just speed this up and make the train get to the top so we can make sure it gets all the way around. Bit more. There we go. Right, let's just make sure this goes all the way around the track. And what we'll do is we'll watch the test results on the right hand side there as it's going round, so we can see what the guests are feeling. A lot of excitement, a bit of fear. There's a lot of fear at that point. Oh, it's a very scary ride there. That may be a little bit too scary. May have to slow things down there. A lot of excitement, but a lot of fear. So it goes back down there, down and through the little heartline roll, up and over. It's starting to slow down here. Hit these brakes there, the block brakes, and then back to the station. The results of that are going to be quite interesting. Hey, that's not too bad. I will take that. That is a good level of excitement, a good level of fear, in the sense of you do want to be scared on a ride to enjoy it. You know, you sometimes go on a ride to get a bit of a bit of fear, to try and make yourself feel scared. And there's not a lot of nausea on there. There is a little bit, but not a lot. So I will take that. I am very, very pleased with those results. I was fearing the worst early on when the fear was almost at the maximum. But no, I will happily take that. What I'm probably going to do is I'll sort of carry out this mountain theme, not as in depth as I did with the Log Flume, probably similar to a similar standard that I did with this coaster over here with Shipmates Escape. This sort of level of terrain work, and just carry that on out this way, and just use that around the ride, just to give it a bit of detailing, and we'll sort of and sort of decorate it and theme it and give it a bit more. A bit more aesthetics, a bit more looks to it and styling. There's that banana roll. See, I've remembered it. Yeah, we'll start the decoration, and we'll see what we end up with. See you later. then. So we have built the terrain around the roller coaster. It's not fully finished. What I want to do just before I start doing that, I just want to explain it to you. I'm going to build the station entrance, but I'm going to have sort of an extended building so that the building covers this first little drop and up until the train reaches the first chain lift. So the building is going to come sort of this far out, and it's going to be a big wooden shack where this part of the ride will be inside. So yeah, that's what I'm going to attempt now anyway. Again, I'll probably stick it on a time lapse just so you can watch it in probably 3 times as quick as I'm doing it. But yeah, I'm going to attempt it. There may be some mistakes along the way, but that's all part of the learning process. So yeah, I'll see you shortly once I've attempted this. Right then, welcome back. As you can see, we've now finished the station entrance and the small little building. It's not nothing too fancy, nothing massive. Just adds another effect really, starting off inside and then making your way outside. Right, I think now it is time to have a go on the coaster. As I say, I'm quite pleased with it. I think it does blend in quite well. Again, with the terrain and stuff, the log flume. And continuing round. In terms of the western area, I think we'll put maybe one more flat ride in, and then sort of segment it off from the last area of the park, which will be going down in this corner here. But no, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So yeah, let's jump on the ride and see what it looks like. Let's start it off so that we know the train's at the beginning. And yeah, let's enjoy. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was I'm really pleased with that. I think that does blend in with the area quite well. That is just what I wanted. I wanted a thrilling coaster with a few inversions, but again, nothing too crazy. But like I said, it's a good little interaction, as you can see there, with the log flume. It's got a lot of speed to it, a few inversions, and yeah, I think it does the job. So we'll leave it there for this episode. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and do get in touch with any suggestions. As I say, I am looking at doing a separate series where I sort of recreate real life rides or areas of parks that are famous. So if you've got any you want to suggest, please feel free to let me know and I will attempt them. But other than that, enjoy, and I'll leave you with a few cinematic shots of this coaster. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.